Generic greetings and welcome back once again to Nova Roma. Today's beverage is a very refreshing and adequately chilled elderflower cordial. So welcome back to Nova Roma, and previously in this demo version of the game we were founding a new settlement from the remnants and the ruins of the fallen Roman Empire. That meant turning up on this island here, placing down our outpost, and our first colonists slash settlers had to then obviously get housing and gather resources and harvest food and weather a number of challenges, things like famine and flood and attacks from outside invaders, and quite frankly, yeah, they're under the scrutiny of the wrath of the gods, and the only way to appease said deities is basically via the expenditure of generic units of currency. What I mean by that is we have to pay them in order to not be hit by lightning or be washed away with floodwater. So there's that. Anyway, we're going to continue on and see what we can do in this build here. We did finish off with the aqueduct, which is a monumental piece of architecture and the biggest construction project we have undertaken in the game. And well, that huge aqueduct here, it feeds that fountain in the corner of this housing estate, so it's a little bit underutilized. So that's something we will be looking at. So let's just crack on with that now. I'm just going to go ahead and demolish this little bit of field here, and then go over to, where is it, entertainment, bath complex, and then a bath reservoir, and that's going to go there. Yeah, so I wasn't going to continue on with this demo version of the game, but frankly the game has been pushed back a little bit. I think March as of the time recording, so this is the only option available to us, and quite frankly I wanted to finish off with what's available in the technology tree, which is things like marble quarry we will need to unlock. You've got bakeries and docks and apple trees and undertakers. We probably won't build all of these, but we'll certainly unlock them all. At least that is the hope, and we'll see how we get on. But yeah, game's been pushed back a little bit. I don't particularly mind that. In fact, I don't mind at all. I'd rather it be pushed back and come out in a more complete state than it being rushed out for release or adding undue pressure and stress to the developers, etc. There's enough of that going around. So yeah, push it back and we all get a bit of a better product. Hopefully that is the case anyway. Either way, let's see. We have hopefully decent food. Yeah, 312 grain, 50 fish. We don't have any grapes, but we are trying to turn that into wine, which is steadily being drunk throughout the winter months. So yeah, that's keeping people warm perhaps. And oh, okay, there's a interesting building mechanic. We're building the roof first. Top-down construction is certainly what's happening here. It is a bit 3D printing, this game. You can see like all these are coming in. It seems to like sort of build up and such like that. There you go, look, activating 3D printing mode, and there we go. It is certainly an additive process, and job done. Anyway, so we have to look after people's food needs, and that includes an overall output of happiness and health, and building integrity is, so that's actually all fine. Happiness is 77 out of 100, and it's only -10 because we need bathhouses, which we're going to build in this one. We also are full as city goes, so I'll have to sort that out. It's all going to sort of coalesce together. So we do need a bathhouse. So I've built our bath reservoir. So that's now good. There's nothing flowing into that because I need to build, I believe, an aqueduct, which is going to be interesting connecting, but we'll see about that one. In order to build the bathhouse, the bath complex, you need a cold pool. In order to have a cold pool, you need marble. And in order for marble, you need a marble quarry, which, as far as I can tell, the only marble we have access to is, well, where is it? Is it just in that corner there? Wow. Is that the only place on this entire map where there is marble? I mean, it might be the only place where there's marble. That's a bit curious if there is, but then again, this is, let's say, the demo, so who knows. Let's just go to road here. I'm going to build a road up to, ooh, let's see, how am I going to build a road? So road from there, and I can build it, cannot build it straight? I don't think I can build it straight. No, it's going to have to sort of curve round and go on here, and then connect up to there, and then to there. Okay, that's all done. So that's going to give us the marble quarry. We then have a problem when it comes to housing. So I'm going to place 1, 2, and 3 houses in like so. That will increase our housing. I don't know what the maximum number of settlers is in the game. I don't think there actually is a hard limit. I've certainly not read or met it personally, so we'll see. It would be nice if we can get up to, say, 500 people in in this build, but we shall see. There isn't really a hard limit I'm aiming for. Obviously, that will also mean more food and things like that. But we are looking at things like the bathhouse, which is going to go here, and I do want some more technology. So I want a bakery. I want apple trees was one of the things I was going to go for next, but I don't think I can do that. Instead, we'll go for bakery, and the bakery says, if I check that out, it says takes wheat and charcoal and turns them into bread, stores the bread until it is eaten. The smell of fresh bread makes nearby homes happy. So actually you want these near homes. Interesting. Okay. So we'll have freshly baked bread in maybe here, and then we'll place another one over here. That'll mean also more charcoal, and charcoal is currently 9, so we need more charcoal makers. So I will do that now by building a road to there. It's probably going to go around, and then we need more charcoal, which will be industry, and charcoal maker is going to go in here. And that'll require more people, and then more wood, and oh yeah, there's a huge amount of things there. Total change last year is plus 56, so I don't know if that's accounting for building, is it? It says none used by homes, construction, goods, however, there is some from masons and charcoal makers, so yeah, we're actually fine with that one, so get them going. Some of these guys are requiring pottery. That'll be all right because we do have one of those. Where is it? There's the pottery workshop there, so that's being made. That's all good. I'm going to go to divine tasks and make sure we have a bakery, so we'll complete that, and then we can also now get apple trees, so we'll unlock that one. There's now a new divine task, which is to make an offering of 145 bread. Also got Vulcan for 125 charcoal. Grow population to 300 citizens for Jupiter, and then make an offering of 95 wine. I do think we need more wine and more winery, so let's have a look at that. Let's go over to food, and we do have apple trees as well. Apple trees, and 1-by-1 construction produces apples based on soil fertility, but trees take 2 years to bear fruit. Can't be flooded by heavy rains, resistant to drought, apples not stored by winter's end are lost. Okay, right, so what you want to do is place that in an area where you have high soil fertility. Well, hang on, wait, let me just double check something. Road. No, I couldn't have built along there. What is that there? Oh, that's a forester. That's why I was wondering why this was going around, and it's because there is a forester there. Okay. I probably will have to move that forester. Let me demolish them, and I'm going to place another one. Let's see, we'll have probably a couple of foresters, so it'll be, where is it, industry and forester. I'll place a forester there, and maybe one there. No, I'll leave it for now, but I do want to place, let's say, a road, 1, 2, and then the road is going to go probably across here, because I probably will have another bridge at some point. And then I want the road to go up like so. The reason for this is I want to place some apple trees, and the apple trees will go in like this. And the reason I'm placing them here is because this is an area that you can see it does go up a little bit here, but this is basically in a floodplain. And when we get high water, mainly because of, like, you know, a lot of rainfall, that will get flooded. So placing it there isn't a problem because, well, if it gets flooded, well, like I say, it doesn't actually matter. However, we do have another issue in that we're running out of grapes as well. I could place grapes along here. That's fine. Grapevine across there. Sadly, this is... it's not fresh water, so ideally then we want to place grapes along this part, which is high soil fertility, but it requires building them along here and along here, but then we haven't got anywhere for it to connect up. Okay, that could pose a bit of a... that could be a bit of a problem. What I'll do... I'm going to go with... demolish those, like so. I'll then put in, actually, maybe some more farms like that. I know I'd place this in here, but that's where the bathhouse can go. I'm going to place some more in like that. And then roads, which I do want to upgrade the roads at some point, but we'll see how we get on. And then some, where is it? Maybe grapevines. And the grapevines are going to go along here and along here. And you want it near the You want it near the water, so that should be all right. We will run another road down like so, and again we'll have bridges going across, and I could bring this down, but then there's a little bit of a gap. Actually, it doesn't really matter too much, so something like that. So a lot of building there. A lot of building. Small apartments, I'm going to put in some more, so I'll put one in there and one in here. Potentially, yeah, that's all fine. And then I'm also going to put in a shop, which is going to go in like so. And we will probably have a bit of an issue because there's no water over here. So, oh no, we do have actually okay water because, well, naturally there's an aqueduct flowing past and the fountain over there. So that's all good. Anyway, wait for them to crack on with building on the right. We have our quarry working over here, which is all right. And that means that we can place a bathhouse. Now, I've not actually built a bathhouse, but there is a cold pool, and I think you can just place it next to... Yeah, you can place it next to the... next to this. Now, the problem with that is... Well, if I was to do this... Where do you get in the bathhouse? Is it in there? I don't know how people would actually get in it. Physically get in the bathhouse. I'm going to build it like that, which means there's a bit of a gap here, but okay, we'll see. We'll see how we get on. We'll also go to knock down trees like that and let them crack on. City is now full, which is curious because we're still building. Oh, we still got some apartments to be built. That's all right. We do need more workers, though. Let's see. We've got all of the apples over there. It's going to take 2 years to build. We've got the grapes here, which means they want to then make some... Where is it? Some wine. Wine, I can place a winery there, which is all good. Storage. Probably place another storage. Small granary and a bakery. Small granary is... probably all right there, actually. I'll place a small granary in the middle, and then we can place another one there. Apples can't be stored, but not a huge problem. And oh, what's happening here? You neglect my temples. Make sure they are fully satisfied, or I shall grow displeased. Okay, who was that then? Oh, Vulcan, Jupiter, and Neptune is angered. They are all angered. Okay. Interesting. Consult the gods. Ceres. Make me an offering of bread. I guess the gods are okay now. Yeah, the gods are fine now. I will place something over here, though. It will require... where is it? It is religion and a small temple, which is more stone. Ah, yes, stone. The the issue with this game... Well, not the issue with this game, but definitely the main resource in this game, as far as I can tell, and Kingdoms and Castles, it seems to be, is stone. You just basically, whatever you need, get more stone. You always need more stone. Okay, I'll let the guys crack on with their building. Let me just double check jobs here. Quarry workers are right at the top, so that's all fine. So we'll let them work there. Speaking of work, we see people are now working. If just jumping up and down is working, yeah, they are growing apple trees. Not apples, they're growing apple trees because it takes a couple of years to sort that out. Happiness is actually good, apparently, because we have excellent health and the bathhouse is built, but that does say must connect to water supply, so I need to sort that out sooner rather than later, but I do think it would be prudent to build another small temple, and I'm going to place a temple in here, and then we'll build probably... Oh, a terrible drought is upon us, may the gods have mercy. Oh, so water has completely stopped here. So that's one of the things that you get in this game, again, as opposed to, say, Kingdoms and Castles. So we have, yeah, now drought. So the aqueduct is no longer flowing. So knowing that, I would probably, longer term, have connected this aqueduct to the source of the water, but I don't know if it would hugely impact it. Certainly impact it now because it's not coming over this waterfall. It's not coming down here like it normally would. The lake has dried up. The same as the river. You can actually see the riverbed there. But what might be of some bonus is for the apple trees, would you want to build on a floodplain? Like where it... Well, actually, it's not a floodplain, is it? It's where we did have a lake bed. Would you build on a lake bed and then watch it like reflood? Would that be something you would want to do, or would it actually destroy it? I'm not too sure. I might have to find out. You can see the orchard here. It's actually Yeah, it's doing all right. I'm gonna probably go with apple trees and go with soil here must be either naturally fertile or receiving irrigation. So I can build some of it, but this one here, yeah, it's barren because the water has stopped. For this person here, then let's go with Ceres. Improve agriculture harvests around the area. We'll dedicate that to them. And, yep, there we are. And then we'll unlock the radius bonus, which is not much actually, but there you go, that'll do. And, oh, the city is actually full as well. Alright. We can probably get some more housing. Obviously, people are saying that there is a shortage of water. That's one of the problems in relying on the aqueduct. Let's see, what's going on over there? Is that building? No, it's probably repair. Mason is repairing it. Yeah, I think so. I was like, what sort of art installation is over here, or what sort of display or whatever? This is our forum, and yeah, it's the swinging pendulum axe thing. Okay, good. Hopefully, water will come back shortly. Grow population to 300 citizens. We could probably do that. Stone Road would be nice. Small apartments. We'll place one there and one in here. I'll place a couple more. There we go. What's happening here? Oh yeah, no grapes available. To be fair, we've only recently built some more vineries. Yeah, vines, grapevines. Yeah, so that's fine. What are we doing for wood? Plus wood, minus stone, because of course, positive charcoal, positive gold, and marble positive as well. But the marble has only been used for this thing here. Research-wise, you've got a dock, and you've got an undertaker. That's the only thing I can build at the moment. In terms of outside of this demo, you've got theatre, medium temple. You've got more bathhouse stuff, so hot pools and a bath library. Seems a bit precarious. Space for citizens to study and read. Public toilets, fountains, stone walls and bridges, iron mines, train engineering, big bakeries and warehouses, stockpiling, shrewd deal-making and trading. Actually quite a big one there. And then fine wine, which is, I think, just a statistical increase by the look of it. Swineherd, granary, medium insular apartment building. There you go. All of those we can build. Let me just go to max speed here and wait for the game to crack on here. Okay, we have a dock. Stores goods for picking up and dropping off by transport ships between other docks. Allows foreign merchant ships to dock. Okay. All right, fine. We can have a look at that. Trading was something that was added into Kingdoms and Castles. Again, comparing the game to that. Because it does share, obviously, some history and certainly a pedigree. So, yeah, we have that added in the previous game, and it's in here by default. Same as the attacks and stuff, but no dragons, which, well, one could understand that, I guess. How are we doing for water? Water's still a bit of an issue. Has it started to flow a little bit more? No, it's stopped there. I do want to have a play with dams as well in this one. Have we oh no, I was going to say for military, have we built guard towers? We have not. I have read, and I don't know how accurate it is, that basically the guard towers are not ideal, that they tend to have basically the invaders tend to circumnavigate them. So yeah, it looks like water has returned, and I don't know whether that's because the gods have deemed it so, or, well, we've got now the snow and such coming in. Okay, well, at least we now have some flow over to here and now water. We do need to supply things with water, and no grapes available. Yeah, they are cracking over that one. So how much stone have we got? 151 stone. That should be enough for our aqueduct. So over to water supply and aqueduct, and I want to place an aqueduct here. However, it will require a bit of a tee-off from this location, like so, and then we're going to curve it round and do something like that. I don't like the fact that it's diagonal, but it should connect, and it's going over the road there. It's right in the middle of it. In terms of historically, I don't know if that was something that there was ever built where you had like roads underneath aqueducts and stuff like that. I don't know if that was a common thing or not, but we certainly got it common here. These are all now in, all of our apple trees, so we are getting positive yields off that. Still building apartments. Sadly, I can only build the apartments. I can't build any more. I could actually go with that and that, that and that, because roads will and can be built down the middle there like that. I'm going to build one across because I think, just for the sake of completeness, small apartment here, and then in between I'll place a well like that. Okay, that should be good. I will also go for maybe a shop, and we've had a shop in here, so I do want one maybe there on the edge. Yeah, and that should meet up both, and then hopefully our city will be alright there. It'll go up to 300. That'll allow us to appease Jupiter. Still thinking about bread baking and such. Do we have people still making bread? We do. And time working is loads. Time commuting is actually really, really low, which is excellent. That's what we want. Grapes are not available, sadly, that building. Alright. I'm going to build another bakery as well, I think. So, bakery. Going to go in here, because it's going to affect those as well. We probably need another pottery workshop. There's two over here, but I don't know if it's going to reach. The problem with building over here is it is an industry. So some industries, like for example, pottery, kicks out a lot of, well, pollution essentially. What's it actually say? What does it say? It is produces smoke that nearby residences will not like. So we have to, yeah, we have to account for that. It looks like this is connected now, and water is flowing from this connection here. So we've tapped into that, and then it will flow into the bath. And then, yep, there we go. That's now filled. Okay, good. We filled this. Citizens are very happy. We've got over 90%. Excellent. It's going up to 91 now. Make your citizens very happy. So they're going to flood to the bathhouse, which sort of ironically is not covering around here. So I'm going to have to build another bathhouse. Right, fine. I'll get on with that. There's loads of stone deposits here, which I should probably exploit. Let's go with, where is it? Stone quarry, one there and one there. Oh, doing that will, however, upset these apartments here. Okay, I'm going to demolish that one and keep that open. For that, actually, I will go with a small warehouse and I'll place it there, so that should be fine. And another bathhouse. Can I just place it here? Oh, there's a huge stone deposit there available to quarry, so I would very much like to quarry that out. So where would a better place for a bathhouse be? Let me just click on this one. Flowing in 110, flowing out is 10, so I wonder if making it physically bigger will actually help. We'll see. I wonder if it changes the overall area, not just in terms of if I'm building out 2 blocks to the left here, does the area effect increase by 2 blocks there? Or will it, just by physically making a bigger bathhouse, will it exponentially go out? I don't think it will, but we shall see. Like I say, I don't think so. Yeah, I'm building it. And finishing off this bit here. Hopefully they'll finish the foundations before they actually let the water in. Right. So I don't know if the citizens' happiness has been capped. What I mean by that is, in Kingdoms and Castles, and I assume in the full version of this, there's more needs. The citizens get more needs. Oh, I'm actually maxed out for Jupiter. So I can't claim that, I don't think. Yeah. So, you get more needs and more dependencies as you progress on through the game, and I wonder if it's been capped out in this or not. If it hasn't, that's going to be a problem because I can't get a lot of this other stuff because it's not available in this demo. The only thing that I haven't built so far is the dock and the undertaker, but we'll have to do that later on. That'll require, however, more completion of divine tasks, which is offerings of bread and wine. I'm just wondering why we haven't got as many. Do we need more vineyard, more wine? Potentially, and I could build it all the way along here. I'll probably have to do that. There's that bathhouse built. Oh yeah, it's not big enough. Okay. Oh no, there we go. We can complete that. And Jupiter make an offering. Yes. Make sure you have one medium temple. Can't do it. Literally can't do it. Because there's the medium temple requires full game. Okay, so it hasn't been capped. And also Ceres is unhappy. Oops. So we do have an undertaker. It takes the... Oh, pause a second. What's going on here? Ah, a little bit of fire. Okay, it's right near water. I'm not too worried. Undertaker takes the dead, prepares them for burial, and places the remains in either a columbarium or a tomb. So a tomb requires an undertaker. Undertaker... Shall I place it up the top of a mountain? I think it would be quite fitting to do that. But that will require... a way up the mountain. So I'm going to do that. And then the Undertaker is going to go there. So it overlooks all of this. Seems quite fitting. I don't know how Roman culture... Tret. They're dead. Can't say. I'm majored in that part of history. Let's see anyway. We do want some more bathhouses. Bath reservoir. I was to place it here. It would come down this road. It's once again. So things are always encroaching on the forester. The poor foresters. They've just started, you know, doing whatever they need to do, and then oh wait, can't store any more wood. Need stockpile. That's fine. Then I'm just going to delete this. The surplus to requirements. We'll retrain them. We'll retrain them in bathhouse configuration. Let's go with that. I will need some more stone. City is actually full as well. Okay, so we're going to place some more housing over here, but we'll let them crack on there. And we want to build the Undertaker's workshop. Would you say a workshop? Wouldn't say a cottage or a house. Dwelling? What did they put it in? They put it in infrastructure. Yeah, so then you've got cemeteries, grids, diamond, circle, rows. Okay. And then you have to connect it to here. Which we will do only once we've got enough stone in order to do that. So yeah, technology-wise, I think we're maxed out. Yeah, that's fine. And you can see this one's unlocked here. Visibility-wise, it says barracks. And cavalry barracks. Okay. Bath garden. A large insula. Olive trees, olive presses. Yeah. I mean, we've seen certain aspects of the game in this build. Certainly the attacks and stuff have not been massive because, naturally, I think it's trying to show off the building part of the game. But it is in, and looking at that tech tree there, probably quite is a lot more expansive than this is letting on. There you go. That is now requiring water, which we will do. So it's water supply, aqueduct, connect it to that, and oh yeah. So, too steep, water will flow too fast. So how can I do that? Certainly can't go like that. No, that's going to be a problem. Can it come this way? No. So, it won't flow uphill. We're going to have to make it a different way. That would work, potentially. It says insufficient resources, but if I had 75, cannot intersect buildings. I think it would work if I was to get it right. No. Gonna have to be a bit clever about this, which is a problem for me because I'm an idiot. Down to here and then to here. You think we'd be able to go in higher? Okay. Not too sure how to fix that. I'll come back to it. I'll build in the cemetery first. Like so. Does need to be a large cemetery. That's now saying we need water, which we'll sort that out in a moment. Just go back over to... where is it? Bath complex. And the coal pool there, and then there'll be one there, but again requires more stone. Where's all the stone gone? Alright, headstones. Right, yep, that's a thing. Okay. Max speed it. Let the workers crack on, do the thing. One of our citizens died in a stone cutting accident. Well, to be fair, that is our main industry, I think. Actually, that's not true. Like a lot of civilization in general, it is mainly food production. I think we've got a 50-50 split between farming of grain and grapes, and then a little bit in picking apples. We definitely need more grapes. What's happened there? Oh. There's like a sort of uphill bit here. Oh no, that I was going to say, why have they put escalators in? No, that's going to be water flowing down, isn't it, probably? Oh, that'll look pretty cool once we get some water in, if. Let's see about putting in some water then. It needs to come down here and round. Another option is to snake it round, but that'll require a lot more stone than I have access to. Place that there. Looks like we have an undertaker up here. Naturally, the commute to work is quite far. Alright. Hey, no grapes available once again. Harvest is underway. Any second now, that's going to be abundant with grapes. As that progresses up. Yep. God is angered again, Sarah is. Not much I can do about that. 134 stone. Okay, let me go back to normal speed and let's see if we can snake the water in. Water tower wouldn't help. It needs a direct connection. So I like the idea of going down like this. Well, that works exactly like that. I don't know if there's going to be more granular and defined control in the routing of the aqueducts. It feels like the aqueducts and the damming is going to be a fairly big part of the game. Just how much of a part, I don't know how the expansion is going to be. Because, for example, I can do that. I can completely dam this. And doing so will... Well, it says it's going to damage some buildings. So if I remove the spillway. It'll probably make it worse. So, damming this river will mean it damages these buildings. What would doing that actually accomplish? Well, it would open up this area here. Not that we're over there. It will flood down the bottom. So there's no reason to do it. I am going to build it though, because I want to see what it's like. I want to see how it does affect it. I have put in a spillway. So we'll see how we get on with that one. Let's max speed this out. Also, when it comes to... where would it be? Do I have a fire brigade, by the way? I think I do. It'll be under firefighters, won't it? Builders... Tax collectors... Firefighters. Professional. Yes, so I think as soon as... Yeah, there you go. Firefighters at the top. As soon as there's a fire, everybody becomes a firefighter as and when they're needed. However, the professionals are always employed. So we want to put them right near the top. Like that. Back over to... Fire brigade, we don't need that. Where is the... where is the trading? They'll be underwater, surely. Water supply, no. Shops. There's only one fountain. Food. I have unlocked it, right? Dock. It is there. So I'm looking for a dock. I want to make sure that water's flowing first. Hang on. Yes, there we go. Water's flowing. And we've actually went to happiness 93, highest I think it's been, or the highest I've noticed it. Building integrity is good, and health is excellent as well. And oh, there you go, look. So we've got these, yeah, these areas here that's like a spillway for the bath water. Excellent. City is also full now. They're building the dam up there, so we can crack on with that one. Let's just go back, and there's the dock there. So the dock will go in... put it here, and then we'll go with roads. Which will go across and then connect up both. See, I do want to put in longer term... Oh, what's happening here? I'll be expecting a more grand temple, but you've done well for now. Continue a journey together in full version of Nova Roma. I think that's because I've built the last remaining building. I think so. Okay, it's probably a nice place to leave it. Once we've built the dam, you understand, you can see the workers are actually clambering up the mountain with a huge amount of resources. That's a monumental building task and effort from our workers. So, you know, plus 10 generic appreciation points to them. That person there was also floating and whatnot. Butterflies are also bigger than people, apparently. So we'll build that and we'll see what effect it has on this area. I'm going to place in, because we can, small apartments there and in there. A merchant has arrived. I'm just going to pause it because I want to see what we can do. I have a feeling I know. Yep, you can buy and sell. What a surprise. And also if I click on here, you can then store. Yeah, so this is going to store a certain percentage, I believe. Allow foreign merchants to dock, yes. Click assign slot which resources stored. So you can say, yes, store. This is the resources it's automatically put in. I don't think we can set that up. What's all this, though? Set all slot type, empty slot type, clear slot type. Yeah, so... There used to be, in Kingdoms, a way to say, let's just say, I don't know, olives. And that's locked. Okay. And any. Alright. And you can set everything to one particular thing. I wonder if there's a way to... Yes. I wonder if there's a way to put in a specific amount of resources in here. So, for example, I can sell 25 stone. And there you go, so we've sold that. So there might just be a certain percentage going there, or the game's just gonna, yeah, it's just gonna dump it there. Who knows? The building there, that's fine. The building over here, that's all good. Yeah, this is almost completed as far as I can tell. All the materials are there for the most part. Oh, 3 more stone required. There is a wheelbarrow coming up, and oh, there we go. So I'm just going to pause it, and we can see that this is the dam now built. So all of the reinforcement here, this is the spillway to allow water to flood. So this here, this river down the mountain, this waterfall is still going to flow. Obviously, it will be at most likely reduced rate. However, we have changed the water course, which obviously changes the environment, and that means now there's going to be more water flowing through this river here, which we already had a problem with a little bit when it came to flooding, so this is probably a bad idea, but this is just to test, you understand. It's also flooding down the side of the mountain, and it was pooling here. If I was to go back over to some water supply in the dam, and if we were to re-dam it like so, you can see it would massively change that. And if I was to say dam up there and there, you can see the huge change that this would bring. If I was to then say dam it along there, oh yeah, that's all getting kind of wrong now. And maybe there, like that, like so, it's going to go over insufficient resources. Yes, I know. But this is just, for example, what if you just hugely flood the area like that? So all the water is going to flow right down here. Let's cancel that and do it a different way. If we were to go with damming and then dam it like that. Oh, you can build diagonally. Excellent. Okay. And this would make the water flow this way, which would basically destroy all of our, well, most of our, I think all of that, I think all of this will be destroyed. Well, actually, no, interestingly, the roads and such say they're going to be damaged, but it doesn't say the same thing for the orchard. And it did point out previously that actually the orchard doesn't suffer from flooding, so maybe it would work. I don't know how you can harvest it easily enough though. But yeah, there's that there. Let me cancel, because I don't obviously want to build that. And then, oh, look at that. It's changing here. Oh, wait. Well, how has that changed there? I think that might be a little bit of a bug, because it wasn't going that way. It was only on the planning mode. All right. Either way, the water is now stopped flowing down this spillway, and now it's going down the side of the mountain, then heading to the sea here. Okay, then. Anyway, that has been a bit of Nova Roma / Kingdoms and Castles 2. We have, yeah, expanded to getting in bathhouses, more industries, things like bakeries and more housing, good population. We have actually maxed out the tech tree for this build and built some dams as well. Overall, pretty happy with what we've built and very much enjoyed playing on this one. We're going to leave it there and probably pick, hopefully, the game up when it is released. Certainly we'll be checking it out there and planning to do some series. But yeah, that has been a bit of the game, and as always, hope you have enjoyed this look at it. Let me know what you think in the comments and we'll go from there. Thanks so much for watching, take care, and generic partings.